Hello and welcome to another Borderlands 3 video. As of this video, Borderlands 3 is days away, and a lot of people have already started to plan out their character builds with the class builder on the Borderlands 3 website. Now all character skill trees are out, the community has got a sense of what skills will be of huge importance or a priority to in certain builds. If I'm being honest, there are very few bad skills in Borderlands 3. The skills in this game can all be useful in some way for in many different variations of builds, and this is one of the greatest things about Borderlands 3. Simply changing an augments or changing one skill for another can completely change your build. Anyway, what I have decided to do is choose the top 8 skills that I think will be a must-have in your builds and or have the most potential when it comes to making yourself OP. But you have to remember this is the pre-release period of Borderlands 3, so when the full game comes out we will get to really see how these skills I have picked pan out, and this list may be changed in the future. Now 2 skills have been picked from each of the 4 characters, and ranked from 8 to 1 with some special mentions before number 1. So let's get started. At number 8 it is Pull the Holy Pin. This skill can be unlocked halfway through Moses Demolition Woman skill tree. This gives your grenades a chance to score a critical hit, dealing greatly increased damage. Sources of critical hit damage do not affect grenade critical hits. Not only is this great for extra damage potential, but this comes in handy and can synergize well with other skills that require you to get critical hits to activate. For example, experimental munitions for extra fire damage and or force feedback, which has your shields immediately begin to recharge when you get a critical hit. This is also perfect when using the V35 grenade launchers with your Iron Bear. At number 7 we have See in Red. This skill is Zane's Capstone in his Hidden skill tree. This activates all of Zane's kill skills when you activate an action skill, meaning you do not have to wait for a kill to start you off on your killing spree. As soon as you pull out your clone, drone or barrier, you get all the kill skill buffs you have invested in. Plus, if you stagger your action skills properly, your overall damage output will be through the roof. If you're going to use a lot of kill skills in your Zane builds, See in Red will be a must-have. At number 6 it's Ascendant. This is a powerful ability that you can unlock halfway through Amara's mystical assault tree. This powerful 1-point skill gives all of Amara's action skill augments increased benefits. What sets Amara apart from the other Borderlands 3 Vault Hunters is that her augments can be applied to any action skill, making this skill powerful no matter which action skill the player is running. What more can I say? At number 5 it's Phalanx Doctrine from Moses Shield of Retribution skill tree. It is a kill skill which grants Mose a stack of Phalanx Doctrine. This skill, when at its maximum, grants Mose increased maximum shield by 15% per stack and gun damage by 10% per stack. Each stack lasts 30 seconds. However, the greatest thing about this skill is that there is no stack limit, meaning in a mobbing situation you will slowly become more and more powerful till you get a good couple stacks of Phalanx Doctrine. By that time you can absorb more damage and kill enemies even easier, and keep chain killing those softer enemies for even more stacks. At number 4 it's Boom. Enhance. This 1-point skill can be found in Zane's double agent skill tree. Whenever Zane summons his digi-clone, it consumes up to 3 grenades, providing an increase in stats per grenade, making your clone stronger. Now if all 3 grenades were consumed, it will increase the digi-clone's gun damage by 60%, maximum health by 243%, fire rate by 15%, reload speed by 93% and digi-clone duration by 75%. This is a must when using Zane's digi-clone action skill, and or if you're using 2 action skills, you can put the grenades you can't use to good use and jacking up your clone to do all the work for you. At number 3 we have Megaball. This skill is the Capstone for Flax Hunter skill tree. This skill gives Flak a 20% chance to score a critical hit with weapons against any part of enemies. Now imagine this: getting a crit with a sniper that already has an innate 100% bonus crit, or if you have the Unforgiven legendary shotgun, which gives a bonus of 406% crit damage. Add that to the Fade Away critical hit damage increase of 200%. An Unforgiven on this build can crit to the foot or body, while in fade away for a bonus of 500 to 700%. You will be shredding through everything for goodness sake. At number 2 it is Dominance. Dominance is the capstone for Phalanx Master skill tree. Dominance is a melee override skill which turns an enemy into an ally for a short time. If the enemy is a beast, the duration is doubled. Also, while under the effects of dominance, the target constantly loses health until it dies, or the effect ends. Only one enemy can be dominated at a time. An enemy can only be dominated once. Having more allies is a huge bonus, especially if it is a badass. Oh yes, dominance can work on badass enemies. So now those badass enemies can do all that dirty work for you, while also taking damage from other enemies, and that 2% life drain. If one pet wasn't good enough, having a badass midget killing for you will be even more brilliant. Now for those special mentions. Death Follows Close has all of Zane's kill skills gain increased effect and duration. This is good when using lots of those kill skills in your build and works well with C and Red. Blitz overrides Amorous melee attack, and has Amora dash a short distance forward, and perform a special melee strike, dealing elemental melee damage. If an enemy is killed as a result of Blitz cooldown is immediately reset. Big Game, which has Phalanx Hunter skills, become much more effective, and have a longer duration, which is good if you're using those hunter skills such as the most dangerous game. This means that bonus critical hit damage, gun damage and handling you get for killing a badass lasts for 4 minutes instead of 2. Short fuse. Whenever Moose deals gun damage, there is a chance of a secondary explosion centered on the target. Now at number 1, we have Remnant. This skill can be found near the end of Amora's Mystical Assault skill tree. When Amora kills an enemy with a gun or action skill, she creates a homing projectile that seeks out a new enemy, dealing her action skill elemental damage. Any overkill damage is added to the projectile's damage. Now forgive me if I'm wrong, but I can't help but see this like Krieg's Blood Explosion skill, where the overkill damage will just keep chaining and killing enemies. This also works perfectly with Deliverance, Amora's action skill, which has her release homing elemental projectiles that trigger her action skill elemental effect on enemies. Soon you won't have to do any work, as homing projectiles will just kill everyone. And there you have it. I will remind you that this is my opinion and this is in the pre-release period of Borderlands 3. So my options in this top 10 list may change in the future. If you enjoyed the video or agree with my decisions, please like the video. If you agree or disagree with my choices, please give me feedback and comment below. And if you want to see more Borderlands 3 videos, please subscribe to the channel. And look forward to more class builds, top 10s and walkthroughs of Borderlands 3. Thank you and see you in the next video.